everybody, welcome back to WWE 12 Universe. I'm your favorite home slice Jitch. You're here just 2 weeks away from WrestleMania. That's 13 days specifically, less than 2 weeks away. And we are getting ready for a big show to close out the financial year. As we all know, the tax year completes in early April, and so does WrestleMania. Las Vegas, Nevada. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I was just turning the TV down. Look at that unit. Hawk heading on down to the ring-a-ding-ding as he comes up for this match, a one-on-one with Vader last week, breaking the game with Kevin Nash and Animal. Hopefully we actually get a result this week. The main event this week, Batista one-on-one with Jack the Crack Swagger, a special cross-brand matchup as half suggested by Swagger himself. I'll get more to that in just a moment, but first, let's allow the introductions of one Big Van Vader to drop on in. I mean, when he wants to. There he is. Well, he is one half of the former World Tag Team Champions, and at WrestleMania he'll be competing for the World Tag Team Championship once again. And we'll see if he's got what it takes to win the big one twice. The Road Warriors and Nash and Vader never actually facing off, as the Road Warriors won the championships the very next day after Nash and Vader lost them to the United Kingdom, Wade Barrett and William Regal. It was never actually... Sorry, I keep getting distracted. There was never actually a 2-on-2 collision between the Road Warriors and the likes of Animal and Hawk. The Power Trip, as they will now be called. Shout out to Bryce. Very good name there. Very good name. I haven't set that up yet, actually. I apologize deeply. I really do apologize for not having set that up yet. I have had 12 hours of sleep, so if I yawn, it's only because I'm thinking about it. This is the most alive I've felt for an episode in a good long while. Ah, boy. Let's see if I can get as much done this week as I was hoping to. If all goes according to plan, I should be recording WrestleMania in 2 days, and that is pretty hype. It's kind of crazy. I never really thought about it, but like, me recording a week's worth today, a week's worth tomorrow, and WrestleMania in 2 days, to me that's just, you know, it's just 3 days of sitting and playing it. For you guys, you gotta wait 6 episodes until WrestleMania, and I'm just gonna be sitting there getting ready for Extreme Rules, or later by the time you see this episode. Jerry the King Lawler. Let's see how much I slip up on my schedule, shall we? So I'm gonna go ahead and throw myself under the bus, as I like to do. This normally ends up backfiring really hard, so why not do it? It's just a smart way to play it. No, I need to go to your videos for this. So, the most recent episode I have right now... Currently on YouTube, there is SmackDown 127, which is scheduled for the 17th of December. So that's 3 days from today. So then there's Chamber on the 18th. Raw 19, ECW 20, SmackDown 21st. And there's another Raw on the 22nd, another ECW on the 23rd, another SmackDown on the 24th, another Raw on the 25th, another ECW on the 26th, another SmackDown on the 27th, and then I think then we're at this one. So I'm recording this on the 14th today. We'll see if this does go up on the 28th. It might not, simply because I might have miscounted there, but I think that's right. If so, that means there's been one every day for the last 2 weeks at least, and that would be pretty lit. Beep, beep. Ooh. Ooh. Tremendous gladiators. Hawk with a big knee to the back of Vader. Big Van Vader. I gotta mention that. He's a big van man. No. Why don't you want to make him mad? Can I just say these two very similar haircuts actually. I never really thought about it. What if Vader is just Hawk in a mask? You never seen them in the same place before. It's possible.
Monday Night Raw, WWE's flagship show, a program that helped put WWE on the map.
Hawk. Yeah, they really do have the same haircut. Was that a trendy haircut at one point? Were there really people doing that? I wouldn't dream of doing that to my hair. What a match. The knee to the gut was really the moment where this match, I think, kind of peaked. Anyway, I was going to get into the story before about this collision. You see, there's a difference. Hawk's hair does not connect in the middle on the back, whereas Vader's does. Vader has gone for a V. Starts at the base of his neck and works his way up to the top. Whereas Hawk has just gone for 2 lines. I swear, if you put Hawk's head of hair and Animal's head of hair together, you have a full haircut. I think that was the point. I swear. Because Animal's got a bit down the middle and Hawk's got 2 on the sides. That seems like that was the point. But why would you do that to yourself? I mean, I'll give credit where due. Hawk was a very ballsy man for walking around with a haircut like that. I wouldn't. Just 80s and 90s things, I guess. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so tonight's big main event, a very unusual one on the road to WrestleMania, but it is in fact happening. Jack Swagger went on account in a press conference last Wednesday, last Tuesday even, prior to ECW, to state that Batista did not choose him at WrestleMania because Batista is scared of Jack Swagger. He took the easy way out and he went for one of the other 2 champions. Batista can't handle Jack Swagger. Batista told Swagger to put his money where his mouth is, watch what he says, and get ready, because Batista has issued a challenge to Jack Swagger, the ECW champion, to come to Raw and face Batista one-on-one. He doesn't want Swagger's ECW championship. It's not for the title. Batista has a point to prove to Swagger, and that is why he's going to go one-on-one with him in tonight's main event. Swagger has actually accepted. I guess he'd look like a bit of a coward not to. So you can look forward to that as our main event tonight. Wow, that was a vicious suplex into a cover. And it still wasn't enough to get the job done. You know they're there. That man, big fist. Road Warrior Hawk in control of Vader for the first time in a little while in this one-on-one matchup as he elbow drops the floor. Vader now coming off the ropes with a big Van Slam. Is this going to be enough to get the job done? Hawk's shoulders down. No. 1. Just 1. Kick to the side and Hawk fights back again. And Vader fights back again. Back and forward these two go. When will they stop? No one knows. Big knee to the head. Vader sucks. I don't know about that. I don't know if I'd necessarily say Vader sucks.
Watch it. Is there anything nastier than that move?
An RKO, a Stone Cold Stunner, a kick to the groin.
Oh my gosh, did you see his head? Vader's got some bad intentions.
Into the corner. Vader setting him up on the top rope. What is he looking to do now? Spreading the legs of Hawk. He's got him by the... And he throws him to the center of the ring. Is this going to be enough? No. No. No, Vader, no. No, Vader, no. No, Vader. Oh my god. Holy shit, the height! What the fuck? I knew he was going to do a moonsault. What was with that height? Yes, that would be a 3 count. Absolutely. What? I don't even think I've seen Evan Bourne get that high. What the hell just happened? Well, the Power Trip are 2-0 against the Road Warriors in singles competition, but where the Road Warriors really thrive that Vader and Nash don't is in tag team action. And no, actually that's not true, they thrive in that too. We'll see how that one works out at WrestleMania in 13 days. I can't get that moonsault out of my head. That thing was nuts. He went so high. Anyway, up next, Sheamus takes on Wade Barrett one-on-one. Well, here we go. Sheamus and Wade Barrett finally going one-on-one. Sheamus has wanted this one-on-one collision for a while now. In fact, as recently as TLC 2010, back in December, Sheamus was put through a table by Wade Barrett in a match that Sheamus had declared he was going to win and capture both the European and World Heavyweight Championship like he had long been wanting to. Well, here tonight, Sheamus gets to go one-on-one with the European champion Wade Barrett, and in 13 days at WrestleMania, Sheamus has to go through Wade Barrett, William Regal, and Drew McIntyre, but he may just become at least the European champion. I just can't bear it. Anything I say after that is just stupid. Wade Barrett, the European champion, at one point, honestly, just a few weeks ago, was on the road to potentially becoming the European World Tag Team World Heavyweight Champion. But it all kind of backfired when Barrett wasn't quite ready to go through Brock Lesnar or Sheamus for that matter inside the Elimination Chamber for the World Heavyweight Championship. Won by the retaining champion Brock Lesnar. Wade Barrett then lost the World Tag Team Championship the very next night on Raw in a matchup made by Mick Foley, who clearly had just had enough, as Wade Barrett's theme song would say. Mick Foley himself had had enough of Wade Barrett, William Regal, the United Kingdom, this whole situation, something that had been kind of plaguing Mick Foley since he became the Raw General Manager. So Foley not only made this match, but he denied a rematch to Wade Barrett and William Regal, as they did lose the championship within 24 hours of winning it with no successful defenses. And, look at him go.
If you're just tuning in, Michael Cole, along with
Last week to think these two were tag team partners as they both got bloodied and beaten the hell out of by Brock Lesnar. But Mick Foley, in his final moment as Raw General Manager before deciding to resign from the job, made sure to spite the United Kingdom for everything they had done to him throughout the year, the half a year or so that he was in charge. So Mick Foley made a 4-way elimination match for the European Championship at WrestleMania, pitting the defending champion Wade Barrett up against the former champion Drew McIntyre, as well as Sheamus, who has been obsessively pursuing taking the championship he feels he created And finally, Barrett's own tag team partner, William Regal, who has not really set foot in the ring all too much since returning from injury. I don't know how ready he is for a big match at WrestleMania, but obviously, as I said before, the bond between Regal and Barrett is absolutely there, no doubt about it. Those two are definitely going to try to work together in the four-way if I had to guess. But even if it does come down to it, those two are at some point going to have to face each other for the European Championship. It may come down to Wade Barrett and William Regal as the final two, and then what? Regal's first opportunity at a singles championship is finally there. Is he really going to throw it away for the sake of a friendship with Barrett?
This personal animosity exploding between these men. That was a ton of velocity.
I'm just enjoying punishing Barrett. I might have to go in a second. I heard a noise. If I be right book, I do apologize. Especially if I forget to edit it. I've been recording in advance so much that I'm worried about me forgetting to edit things out. Ooh, big boot to the head by Wade Barrett. Payback to Sheamus for doing the exact same thing just moments ago. And what payback this would be if Sheamus was to put Barrett through the table. The exact table that cost Sheamus. Oh my god. As we all know, you can't put people through a table with a cover on top. That's the rules. We don't make them. Just gotta follow them. Sheamus clearly trying to get that bit of revenge for what happened back at TLC. It was the commentary table and Sheamus collapsing through it that was what led Wade Barrett to the European Championship victory that he still has to this day. He's the only remaining champion from the former United Kingdom.
What can Wade Barrett do to win this one, King?
You got to think about the physical condition that both Sheamus and Wade Barrett are in. Brock Lesnar actually fined last week by Raw's doctors for the damages done to Wade Barrett and Sheamus. He had to cover their medical to help them recover quickly from the damages done at the hands of Brock Lesnar. What I'm saying is these two have been shooting up some hard drugs right now. Sheamus backing up and Wade Barrett getting out of there. That's a good choice. You knew what Sheamus was going for. You saw the way he was backing up to that corner. He was looking to get a high impact bro kick.
Hellaciously physical match these gladiators have put each other through. The intensity in this has been incredible.
Things now really not going all to Sheamus's way for the first time in a while in this match. And Sheamus, went in for something there, but Barrett was able to shove him off.
Sheamus throwing more pain, more hurt.
More hurt, more scars and tears and barley. It's a British thing you wouldn't understand.
Countered by Sheamus.
Under the ropes. Just torturing Barrett. Look at the fists to the back. And Sheamus into the cover again. Understandably so. Is this going to be enough? No. Still not enough to put Wade Barrett away. I can't bear to see. Why do I keep doing these shitty puns? Barrett, he's looking for it.
Look at this strength.
Got him up on his shoulders. Wasteland connecting on Sheamus and Barrett. Giving Sheamus a taste once again of the damage that's done by Brock Lesnar with those fists to the face. And it looks like Barrett's decided to go against the grain here, so to speak, and not go for the pinfall off of his finishing move. Rather, he's going to try and make Sheamus tap out, and that, I wish you the best of luck. Big elbow to the head. Crushing down onto the back, and okay. Sheamus returning the favor now. Really know who to support in this. These two both like to fight dirty.
I don't think so. No, he got that one through. Oh boy, did he ever.
Sheamus quickly gets out of the ring.
Smart strategy there.
Meow!
Wow, what a suplex.
Jerry the Furry Lawler.
King, unfortunately, you felt Sheamus' strength firsthand.
Sheamus celebrating as if he's already gotten this one won. Barrett getting into the ring and right on the exposed steel. Wade Barrett whiplashing off of. Here's the cover, and Sheamus picking up a very sneaky victory over the European Champion with the exposed steel. For shame.
Here is your winner, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
Well, at the moment, Sheamus picking up some very much needed momentum as he heads into that European Championship battle in just 13 days. Just one more match next week on Raw for these guys, and then bam, WrestleMania is their next stop. It's getting tense, it's getting serious, but nothing is more serious than our next match. Nothing is gonna top what we have in store for you next, as Alicia Fox goes one-on-one with Eve.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Approaching the ring from Ponte, Florida, Alicia Fox.
Alicia Fox here tonight. Oh no. I forgot about her outfit. Alicia Fox set for one-on-one matchup against Eve here tonight. Peace, she says. What is Alicia Fox's win-loss record? I could probably look at the wiki and it'd probably be pretty up-to-date because the women don't get to rotate quite so frequently. They get one match a week at the moment because it's just too small of a division. You don't want to overexpose it. So it happens here on Raw exclusively. It'll get better. Just give it a few years. Hey! Alicia Fox walks in tonight with a 1-3 record this season, 3-6 overall. I don't even remember her being in the previous season, but she was. Whilst Eve Torres walks in tonight, sorry, just Eve, forget that last bit. 2-10 overall, 2-6 this season. Never picked up a victory in the first season. But this is an important matchup for these two. Trying to gain that little bit more momentum. Obviously, WrestleMania is just around the corner. Natalya, Beth Phoenix in a submission match for the Women's Championship. The rest of the Women's Division has got to be put on notice too. And right now, these guys have got to try and concentrate and pick up some much needed momentum, because next week we have ourselves a tag team match. Natalya and Beth Phoenix on the opposing sides of a tag team match. Who will they find as their tag team partners? That was a pretty cool move. I think that's the thing that like everyone always says when they watch an Alicia Fox match. And they're like, oh, that was actually pretty cool. She's actually pretty good if I remember right. I don't know. They don't really ever let her do much. Ooh, kicking her leg right out of her leg. Alicia Fox in control. Is she perhaps finally going to pick up some momentum? Has the time finally come? No. Tie up by Eve. Very curious to see what happens. Last week we saw Kelly, I want to say, go one-on-one with someone. I don't remember. Spotlight was there for some more women that we haven't really seen featured too much on Raw just lately, though. I know that for sure. That has kind of been the focus as of late from the new Raw management, to try and see more of the women's division every week on Raw, rather than the same few. As I say, when there's an ability to give them more of a spotlight, they absolutely will get one, don't get me wrong, but at the moment, there's just not enough. If I separate the divisions, there's just not enough. One angry Diva. Alicia Fox coming in hot with those strikes, but Torres, Eve, I keep saying this really weird T word, I don't know where it keeps coming from. Managing to turn this one around nice and quick. Got caught up in a headlock, and Eve straight into the corner. Striking down in the face of Alicia Fox and onto the top rope. Oh my god, just knocking her out of the ring. Eve getting taunted by Fox. And it was clearly a trap. I don't know how she fell for that.
Stuck on the barricade. And King, that was a jaw-shattering shot.
Yes, it was. But this is mauling. Can we get an
Oh.
official over there?
Driven face
Alicia Fox just showing a vicious side in this one. She does whatever it takes. Big Van Crush.
Eve kicks out at a count of 1.
Eve.
Not this.
The Alicia Fox special Northern Light suplex. No one does it better. Is this going to be enough to get the job done on Eve? No.
Count of 1.
I'm looking for... Ooh! Axe kick. Chopping down on the back of the head of Eve.
2, 3.
And that's enough for that one. Very quickly cut short. Alicia Fox. Like a house of fire. Some great momentum here tonight for this very underutilized woman on Raw. She looks as shocked as the rest of us do with that victory. She defeated Eve and she's showing a sign of respect, and Eve giving it. What a nice display from these two women. Nothing but respect. Eve obviously hurting a little bit. I mean, you know, it was a tough fought match and another hard loss for Eve. But congrats to Alicia Fox on a well-earned victory. As we move towards our main event now, the ECW Champion Jack Swagger set for a special appearance on Raw, non-title, against the 2011 Royal Rumble winner Batista. He's got to put his money where his mouth is and prove to us that he can beat Batista next. Alright, main event. Big boy Batista set for this one.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Approaching the ring from Washington, weight 290 pounds.
Think of this as like a WrestleMania what could have been collision. Batista set to go one-on-one with the ECW Champion Jack Swagger. I'll tell you what, if they can negotiate it somehow amongst themselves, I would love to see Batista either head over to Raw for a one-on-one match, or I'd love to see Batista... no, wait, no. I said that wrong. I'd love to see John Cena head over to Raw for a one-on-one match, or maybe next week on SmackDown, Batista head over to SmackDown for a one-on-one match. We can get that other what could have been match. Maybe just see how Batista would have fared against each individual world champion before he sets into his decision for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. But of course, we'll have to wait and see if that ends up happening. That's just my 2 cents, my personal opinion, something I'd like to see happen. What I'd like to see versus what happens to very different things, Mr. Man in Charge, who is definitely not also me. Is he actually going to accept? Oh, there he is!
From Perry, Oklahoma, weighing 263 pounds, is the ECW Champion, the All-American Jack Swagger.
Got to be some real bad blood boiling in the locker room, as obviously Edge, the man who defeated and got rid of Jack Swagger from Monday nights, then had to sit back and watch as Swagger found greater success the very next night on ECW. Went over there, won the ECW Championship straight away, has been a successful champion ever since, and Edge has been on the losing end of a few World Championship matches, but never actually captured the world title in that time. Swagger is headed into WrestleMania with a World Championship defense. As the ECW Champion, he must overcome Big Show, he must overcome Mick Foley, he must overcome Brodus Clay, and Husky Harris in a championship scramble match. Oh, here we go. Jack Swagger and Batista. I had to make a small cut there. I fucked up the outcome to the match really quickly. I kind of lost really fast in a really underwhelming way because the sun was shining directly in my fucking eye. I couldn't see what was going on, and Swagger capitalized. So here we go. Batista, Jack Swagger. A what could have been situation. I don't know where I would have cut myself off there, because I have to cut that one real awkwardly, because I'm admitting that I had to start the match over because it ended in a really dumb way because it was out of my control. I literally could not see out of one of my eyes. There was so much sunshine in my face. My whole, like, half of my head was like burning up. I was starting to feel like a mini headache forming. It was just a dreadful, like, kind of 5 or 6 minutes of a match, and then it just ended out of nowhere because I couldn't see the kick-out meter at all. Because they decided to go for a dark color on black as the kick-out meter, which means that kicking out is kind of really difficult. If you can't see, anyway. I remember when I used to play Universe, when, like, I first started it. And I think it was around, like, the second year of 2K14 that I finally got, like, glasses that I went and saw an optician. And I was like, oh, kicking out is not actually as hard as I thought it was. Because I could actually see the kick out meter. Oh yeah, of course. Don't even let me do it. Don't even humor that. Let's not underestimate the ECW champion that is Jack Swagger. The man is bursting with potential, and obviously he's got a huge WrestleMania match coming his way in just 13 days, which he's got to be psyched up for. He's found a way out of having to compete on ECW this week by coming here to Raw. But nonetheless, his own allies, the Powerhouse, implode tomorrow night on ECW. Brodus Clay going one-on-one with Ezekiel Jackson. Management heard that Jackson was upset that he wasn't qualified for the ECW Championship match, said that he deserved justice. They said, alright, prove to us that you can beat Brodus Clay, your own tag team partner, show what you're willing to do to get a shot, and if you can beat Brodus, then maybe we'll give you another shot at qualifying. Which means he'll obviously have to take the spot from someone else, maybe even Brodus. Here's the cover. Obviously, ECW management making it very clear there are no alignments on ECW. The roster is rather small, and they don't want any kind of formations of teams or alliances or anything. They simply want, you know, 10 fierce competitors that all want that ECW championship, or however many it is.
Big move coming.
Next Swagger now. Big suplex connecting. The Luthez press, not any ordinary Thez press. That one got the full name. Luciphine. Isn't Lou short for... Oh, it's like Louis. Lewis. One of those two. Rah! Big belly to belly by Batista as he clubs down on the face of Swagger. The 2011 Royal Rumble winner really got a lot to prove in this one, as he's basically got to make the statement of, I didn't choose you at WrestleMania for a reason. But also, the statement has to be, I can beat you at WrestleMania. And bicycle kick connecting on a dazed Swagger who has just been dominated by the Animal so far, and there's a kick out. And now in comes Jack Swagger, finally getting some offense in. Solid 4 minutes of Batista just wailing on the guy. I think it's about time he managed to do something. Batista tonight is not only fighting for himself, for his own respect, for his own win-loss record, for his own momentum, but he's fighting for the entirety of the Raw roster right now. We have basically got a cross-brand and Vader on our show right now, in Jack Swagger. Man used to be a part of Raw, but he's not anymore. A few months ago, this would have been a totally ordinary main event on Raw. Here tonight, it's a special guest treat. Batista backing away from Swagger as he gets him off the ropes and slamming him down, dead center of the ring. Understandable that he'd go right in for the pin on that one. And Swagger able to kick out once again. ECW Champion is not looking too promising right now, and Batista continues to make an example out of the champion. Swagger. Connecting with all those strikes. Swagger going to try and force a submission on Batista. Not likely. Up to his feet. Spine buster. And Batista turning Swagger over, looking for the Batista bite, this new submission hold of his. He wants to make Brock tap at Mania, and there it is. Jack Swagger, the ECW champion, tapped out in just 5 minutes. Well, almost 6. Still, a dominant display from the 2011 Royal Rumble winner. And there's Brodus Clay. I don't really know why he's there. And here is the Raw stage! I didn't press anything. It just cut to this and immediately came up with this screen. I think something was supposed to happen, but the game didn't know what to do. Oh my god, I swear, every time you're almost finished with the games, they get like clown levels. Like, the shit that happens is just full on like clown. It's ridiculous. I don't even know what to say. Thanks for watching Raw. See you on ECW, I guess. What a treat.